Hey, Love Chapel Hill. I want to start off today by giving you a little bit of an update and answering some questions about our plan for regathering. Number one, you noticed that I intentionally used the word regathering, and that's the language that we're going to use. We're not going to talk about reopening for one reason, because we've never been closed, all right? And we want to really clearly communicate that and remind ourselves of that. That the church has never been closed, that no one has stopped us or tried to stop us from preaching or living the gospel, from being the church, and from loving our community. That's something that you have continued to do beautifully throughout this time. You have transitioned and responded so well, and I want to encourage you in that. So when we talk about coming back together for worship, we're going to use that language of regathering, not reopening. Reopening is economic language, and we love our local small businesses. We support our local small businesses and we believe in them, but we are not a business, and so we're not going to use that kind of economic language, and we recognize that we have a very different bottom line as we're making these decisions and processing where we're supposed to go next. So we're going to talk about regathering, and that will be our language on purpose. A few things with that. Number one, well, as we're making these decisions and discerning our plans for regathering, the first thing that we're doing is praying and walking in step with the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit is our advisor. We're not asking God to join us in our plans. We're asking Him to reveal His plans so that we can join Him. So that's the first step and the first thing, our first concern in this. Next, we continue to meet with other local faith leaders from Chapel Hill, other faith communities and churches. And we have a united front with them, and we're standing together in that and processing together how, as a community, as a faith community as a whole, we are going to take these next steps. I want to say that that has been a really encouraging process for me. To get to know some of these other pastors and faith leaders in a better way and in a different way. And just to see that spirit of unity that's there, it's really beautiful. There's not a sense of competition. No one is trying to rush out of the gate and be the first ones out of the gate. There's just not a spirit of competition. And there is this very clear spirit of kingdom collaboration. And that's been beautiful to see that unity among the churches. And then the next thing is this. We've pulled together an advisory team of medical professionals from within our church, from Duke, from UNC, from our local community. Also leaders from within our church, from the academic community, from the school systems, and from local businesses. And we are asking them to advise us as we continue to move forward. And so they are reviewing our plans and speaking into that with this collective sense of wisdom from our church body. And we just had our meeting this past week, and it was so encouraging to hear those voices and the way that we are in lockstep together. We started out on the same page together, and it's really beautiful to see. So as we move forward, I do want to say that we do not know when that regathering will begin. It will not be in the immediate future, because our chief concern is not just to throw open some doors, but we want to move with wisdom. We want to move in a way that is safe for you and for our broader community, especially vulnerable populations within our community. And we want to move in a way that is the most loving towards our neighbors. So we're going to keep you in touch with that as we keep making decisions and keep informing you on what's coming next. But that's where we are right now. The last thing I'll say on that is this. We are not making these decisions out of fear. We're not making these decisions out of anxiety, but out of love, because that is who we are.